of the Freeskool in a series that still has, I think, around 4 or 5 more Freeskools. Apologies while we're just checking some of the sound in the room. I think we're okay now. So basically, this set of work is supposed to build on each other, one Freeskool after another. So before we enter into the Freeskool, I just wanted to first check in, and as well, when we've got the interpreters with us as well, is just to say that it's been an incredible set of work that PAC-FEMCOP, Diva for Equality, Shifting the Power Coalition, and PCAN, and many of the members who are here in the room today have been doing during the Commission on the Status of Women. It was the 66th Commission on the Status of Women this month, and it's taken 65 commissions before we could move to a session that focused specifically on gender, climate change, and disaster risk and response. So one, it's just that it was a historic occasion, and for us all to mobilize around that is a really important set of work that we should document. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, if we look at the agreed outcomes, and we'll be sharing those with you either in the chat today, there's only the draft ones up online. So as soon as they're final from the member states, then we'll send out the agreed outcomes. What basically that means is that that set of text is then agreed by governments. They take them back to a national level and they decide how they're going to implement what they've agreed to do at the Commission on the Status of Women. So I wanted to say we had some real gains during the Commission, and we had some disappointments, and that's always the case. But for those of us who are working, and that includes, you know, probably all Pacific people, for the issues around loss and damage, we're really pleased that it's in the text in 2 places. And it's in what we call the operational paragraphs. So that means that this is about work that we can substantively do on the ground in the next year and in the years to come. And we can build on that language once it's in there this year. So congratulations to all of us who've been doing this work in the last month for the UN meeting, but really for the past 6 months before that. And then the second part I wanted to say about it is there's been a working group that includes some of the PAC-FEMCOP members. And those of you who came at all hours and who monitored the UN meeting in a 24-hour cycle, and there were a lot of you, I just want to say thank you again, but also that it proves that we need this set of work, and that it's not just about these Freeskools, but about the advocacy work that we're doing. And ultimately, it's about what we're talking about in this Freeskool today, which is how do we make sure that when we're socially organizing, when we're moving the work through at local, at national, at regional, and at global levels, that they have meaning all the way through, but also that we feel genuinely connected. The campaign that was put together by these 4 networks, including PAC-FEMCOP, brought out, amplified the voices and the views and the analysis of all of you. So anyone who contributed those memes, just remember they were seen by presidents, prime ministers, by technical workers, by other civil society that were at the Commission on the Status of Women. And the big outcome I want to say is, as we move towards the Conference of Parties at the end of this year in Egypt on climate change, there is absolutely no one who was at that commission on the Status of Women who doesn't know the views of Pacific women and girls and doesn't know the views of Pacific feminists on issues ranging from mitigation to adaptation, to loss and damage, to the impacts on our lives, but also on the strategies that you all are making real in the world. So I really thought we should start with that, because that is about building base and about social movements.